Welcome to episode 5 of Front Porch with David. I'm working on a theme song. I got it. I just trying to nail it down between the ones I have, and you will be able to enjoy a soothing theme song. But I don't have it right now. I try not to. I do my best. I tell myself as I'm looking at my phone, don't click it. Do not click it. Please don't click it. But I click it. Candace Owens podcast. I click it. I can't help myself. I can't help it. I go down wormholes all the time. I still will go down a Kennedy wormhole as quick as I can. I can't help myself. I believe that Erika Kirk had anything to do with Charlie Kirk's death. My heart wants to say no. My head wants to say no. But there's something in there that just makes me think they do a lot of things. Sometimes I'm like, it's a little fishy. Who am I to tell anybody how to grieve? You grieve how you want to. Everybody grieves differently. Fully understand that. But it was a little weird. It's a little odd. Maybe I don't know her enough from previously, but because I didn't know her from anything really before this happened. But seeing how she acts and how she acted after it's weird. It's odd. And she keeps doing things that make me want to question it. She was supposed to be in a TPUSA event, Turning Point US, yeah. TPUSA event in Athens, right down the street from us at the University of Georgia. Apparently last minute security threats, she was not able to attend. Okay, well that's sad that there's so many threats that you had to cancel the event. Oh, wait a minute. You did not cancel the event. You know who did show up? The Vice President of the United States. Now, if this was such a security threat that you could not make it, it was just you couldn't risk it. But the Vice President of the United States of America can go? With the Secret Service there, you not trusting the secret. You're basically saying, I don't trust the Secret Service to keep us safe. I just can't chance it. Understandably, the Secret Service did not do a great job with Trump when he was in Butler, Pennsylvania, which, you know, he was not the president at the time, but it was still the Secret Service. They had some questionable people on that staff. I mean, that one lady after the shot, she jumped up looking all crazy. Kind of looked like me whenever I'm downstairs and coming upstairs and I hear a noise behind me and I jump off the stairs like, in my drawers. That's what she looked like. It was not a good look. I don't think she even held her. I don't even know if she had her gun held correctly. I don't think so. But they didn't have the A crew. All right. But with the vice president, I feel like we would have the A crew there. So you're not telling me you didn't believe that they could keep you safe. So either that's the case, or either our Secret Service is so dumb that it's such a big threat that we still allow the vice president to go. I'm upset with that. If that is the case and there was a true threat and you didn't just not go because it was not quite the turnout as you expected, it was not. I mean, I've seen several times where they try to fake footage, but where they film it before everybody gets there and try to say, like, look, they didn't have hardly anybody come. No, it was there. There was not a lot of people there. Not a lot, but it was odd timing. I think it was like a Tuesday or something. I would have loved to have gone. I love the vice president. I'd like to go see him. Can't get me out on Tuesday. Not any day during the week, to be honest with you. And nor do I want to go to a college campus. You want to feel old? What? Go look at some freshmen and your kids nowadays in college. They look like they're 12 years old. Because I'm 100. It looks as if she did not want to go out there because she knew she was going to get made fun of because there wasn't a lot of people there. Okay. Will you leave our vice president out to dry? You leave old JD out to dry as much as he's done for you? Who was your biggest supporter when on unfortunate passing of Charlie Kirk? JD was there. So was Usha. They were supporting you. And you left my man out to dry. He had to go out there by himself after you promised the people you're going to be there. If there was threats, I understand. It's an awful thing. You should not be threatening anybody with any kind of threats. I don't care how much you don't believe in their cause or don't like them. That you can't do anything like that. That's awful. And anybody found doing that should be charged and trialed to the umpteenth degree. but I'm pretty sure you get it every day. You're in the public eye just like that. You're bombastic. There's a lot of things going on. I know you get a lot of threats every single day, but you couldn't show up for the old Georgia Bulldogs, huh? They didn't show up for you. I get it. I understand you didn't want to be embarrassed, but sometimes you got to take your licks. All right. Take your medicine, as they say. If you're into golf, if you're into trees, sometimes you can't just kind of go for the green. You got to put it back out there, take your medicine. Go out there. I'd have much more respect out of you if you go out there with the 1,500 folks, which, hey, that's a pretty decent amount. It's not your normal where you got 8,000 arena. You ain't got but 1,500 there. That's not a ton. I understand that. But go out there and show them that you're willing to stand up and talk to them. Charlie, I feel like, wouldn't have canceled an event if it was not enough people showed up. He would took it as a point to be more personal with the people, get more one-on-one with some folks. That's what you got to do. And I think that's why JD did it. And I am fully in belief that if there was a serious security threat to the point where she had to pull out and not go, no damn way we'd have the vice president get up there. You can't tell me, unless that is the dumbest Secret Service I've ever seen. In the fact of, well, there's a big threat that possibly would Erika Kirk, but we're good. We'll let the vice president go. No, they were there a couple of days before at least, getting everything secure. It was a secure place. I mean, there was no rooftops to be had within 150 yards, thankfully, because Butler was a secure place too. That's another episode that I'll go down that wormhole as well. I want to not be a conspiracy theorist guy. Make it hard. They really make it hard because there's so much that turns out to be somewhat true and questionable. There's so many questions to be had. There's no 100%. And yeah, I get it. Everybody's willing to say anything. It's fishy stuff out there, fishy stuff. And you not showing up because of security threats. Meanwhile, there was hardly anybody in the arena. Had you not shown up and the arena was packed and you were worried about security threats, I might have believed that. I'd be like, well, look, that's, good on her for being safe. But the fact that there was nobody there and you want to claim security threats till the last minute and you allegedly was there, if you listen to Candace Owens, which I do on some things, I don't on a lot, but that one, I do think that she showed up, saw that nobody was there, and was like, I can't go out there and embarrass myself. I'm gonna be the voice of ridicule. Candace is gonna get you no matter what. No matter what, Candace is gonna dog you. Okay? Either you're bowing out, she's gonna dog you, or if you get there and there's hardly anybody there, she's gonna dog that too. You might as well give the people that are writing your check, so to speak, that are showing up trying to support the TP USA. It's hard to say. Turning Point USA. Give them what they want. They're the ones that are writing the check. Or it's Israel. Oh, that's a wormhole. Just saying. There's a lot of talk about Charlie wanting to be against Israel, and you saw what happened. Ooh, I won't be doing any events in public. Not if this gets out. Thankfully, nobody listens. So I got that going for me. But that is a little bit of the politics that's going on. Just leaves me fishy. Has me fishy. You know what else? Speaking of wormholes, I can go down. I just got on this wormhole on X, aka Twitter. It's always Twitter. I love Elon Musk. Love him. Renaming Twitter X, dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't get it. I don't know what to say. I'm Xing. What was that? What is that? I can't. At least I said tweeting. Now I thought Twitter was stupid as first too, and tweeting, but it caught on. I just can't see Xing catching on. It's very weird. Makes me think I'm in some astronomy class or algebra, which is even worse. Once you start throwing letters into math, I'm out. I'm done. Not my thing. Fractions, you can have fractions. They're like, you'll know. You ain't gonna always have a calculator handy. That's what the math teacher told me. Look at there. Calculator handy. Everywhere I go. What do you need? Got it right here. Boom, boom. I would even be a nerd and get one of those Casio watches that you had the calculator bit in, built in. I'd do that. Anything to not have to do math. Not a big fan. Even though I know it's very important. And if my kids are listening, make sure you do your math homework. But whoa, not a math guy. But I can go down a wormhole on X, which I did. One thing that drives me crazy if I go to the grocery store, which I love going to the grocery store. I'm a big fan of grocery store shopping. You might say to yourself, I ain't that stupid. I ain't go. I love it. Put my AirPods in and just listen to a podcast and do my shopping. Now I've been going to Aldi recently because let's face it, I got more of that Aldi money than I do that Publix money. But let's say I have a good week and I get a little money, I'm going to Publix. Go help my BOGOs. So shopping is a pleasure. Okay. It is a pleasure. But one of the big things that drives me crazy, you don't see as much at Publix, thankfully, because they got a crew there. They'll get out there. The cart people will get on it. Good employees. But if I was to roll down to Kroger, I promise you, carts would be left out. I can't stand when somebody won't push their cart back. They'll either prop it up on the curb or just leave it. They don't, it can be almost right next to the cart little thing, and they won't put it in there. It drives me crazy. Well, I found an X account on X called cartnarks. Hard to say. Cartnarks. And this guy is stupid. I wouldn't do it, but I love that he does it. It makes me laugh. He will call out, he will walk around a parking lot waiting for somebody to not push their cart back. And then he'll roll over there and he's got like this little sticker magnet that he'll sling on their car, which is very brave, very stupid, very brave, because you will get your ass beat doing stuff like that. But he will throw that little thing on there and just berate them about not pushing their cart back. And I love it. I can't get enough of it. It is spectacular. I can't recommend it enough. Go watch Cartnarks. It's very uncomfortable, but I love watching it. If you don't push your cart back, shame on you. How lazy are you? If you're a mother and you have two kids that you're putting in a minivan and you had to park a ways over, okay, I'll get your cart for you. But if you're a single person or anything capable and you just don't want to walk over and put your cart back, you deserve to get more than a sticker on your car. I wish he'd put a real sticker. Oh man, huge pet peeve of mine. And don't even get me started on handicap parking. Target and Flowery Branch. How many handicap people you think gonna come to Flowery Branch Target? Apparently you think 42 at one given time. All the damn front row parking is damn handicap. I help out the handicap and disability. I understand that. There ain't that damn many of y'all going to Target right now. It ain't happening. And but the same guy that goes out and does the cart narcs, I wish it'd be one that does the handicap narcs. I can't stand that either. When I see somebody get a handicap parking spot and I'm looking at them, I'm like, your ass is skipping to the no, you skipping to there. We need to see something. I want to see a limp, perhaps a crutch or something. Something's got to be off. You can't just be heavy set. That ain't working for me. You got to have a limp. Something's got to be weird. You better have 1 foot missing, 1 foot in a boot. Something's got to be off. I want to see it. You're like, well, that's not the Disability Act of 19, blah, whatever. I ain't worried about no Disability Act. I'm worried about the Common Sense Act. Common sense says you parking handicap parking, your ass better be handicapped. That's not asking too much. Not at all. I want to see some kind of deformity. Can't roll up. And if you got a dog with you and you wouldn't get out of here with that mess. Everybody's like, well, the dog helps me, my temper when I go into the store. Well, you know what helps my temper when I go into a store? 40 ounce. But guess what? I can't do it. I can't walk in there drinking like crazy. But it makes me feel better. But a dog is supposed to make you feel better. If it's a medical dog, I get it. Where if you're about to pass out with diabetes, but just because it makes you feel good, get out of here. That's service animals. They serve a purpose, but they're abused, as are handicap stickers. You got a handicap sticker just because you want one. Basically, it seems like it's all you got to do now. I tore my Achilles February of last year. And when I went to get it checked out, they was like, do you want a handicap sticker? And I almost got up and punched that guy dead in the face. I almost punched the doctor dead in the face. I said, don't you ever give me a handicap tag until I'm at least 72 years old. You'd have to shoot me before I get a handicap tag. If there's any way I can walk possible, I could barely walk. I had to wrap that thing up as tight as I can in ace bandages. I was in a boot, but you best damn believe I am not getting no handicap sticker. You done lost your damn mind. Pride is, I'm too prideful in some things, and that's one of them. You won't find me, you won't give me a handicap sticker. Not gonna happen. I was so insulted. Another time I was insulted, I had a kidney stone, which is, woo, son, I'd rather have tore my Achilles again than that. That was painful. Thankfully, it didn't last as long as the Achilles has, because it's still painful. But I had a kidney stone, and I had to go to the emergency room because it was pretty bad. It got me. I'm not great with pain, but I can handle a little bit. Can't handle that. That was rough. They had to, check me in and everything, and they brought out this dude came and brought a wheelchair. I was like, "Go ahead and sit down in this wheelchair," and I was like, "No, I ain't, I ain't sitting. I ain't sitting in no wheelchair, bud." He's like, company policy, you got to sit in a wheelchair." I'm like, "I'm a grown ass man, son. You think I'm about to sit in a wheelchair when I can walk like this? Hell no." Uh-uh. Well, company policy, I had to do it. I guess they gave me some pain medications, and it was against my wife has told me since it's against the policy for me to be walking around without, if they give me some pain medications in case I fall. I have never felt like a bigger fool in my life than having a guy younger than me wheel me around in a wheelchair. I felt like a damn fool. I felt so stupid. You call it pride, call it manhood, whatever you want, but I hated it. And there's no damn way you were going to give me a handicap tag. I will cut my leg off before you give me a handicap tag. I'm not doing it. Call me crazy. I'm not going to be hypocritical to the point where I complain about it, and then I'm going to go out there because I got a slight limp. I can park 3 spots away with a slight limp. You ain't got to park up front. Stupid. I don't know how I got down that wormhole, but I did. People ask me, they said, "Look, David, why are you doing this podcast? Does anybody even listen?" I mean, not really, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy getting my voice out there, and I enjoy free things. I enjoy getting things. And I don't know if you recall in some of my previous episodes, mainly it was on my Common Sense Superheroes podcast, where I had complained about people going to the Masters tournaments and not getting me anything. So I understand, I'll never ask for it, but I'll hint around it. And me wanting a Masters coffee cup. Who doesn't want a Masters coffee cup during the Masters? Just turn on the Masters. You sitting there drinking coffee out of your Masters coffee cup. And lo and behold, the other day I got a knock on my door, and well, looky there. Looky, people say this podcast ain't paying off, but yet somebody's holding a Masters Augusta National Golf Tournament coffee mug. That somebody's me. You know why? Because of this podcast. So, I mean, listen, you think I don't get things out of this? My wife's like, "Why are you doing that?" Because I get things. Okay. I don't get things. But thankfully, my buddy Jake did listen to me, and he heard me. He says he heard me whining about the fact that I didn't have a Master's coffee cup. I thought I was just mentioning it, but he was quick to point out that I was whining like a little bee that I didn't have a Master's coffee mug. And he thankfully had somebody going, and he actually hooked me up. So Jake's Pool Service, I would shout him out every freaking episode because I love the dude. He's like the best neighbor you can have, but he's got so much work. He's got it how he likes it. He don't even need no more work. As of now, I'll do it when he needs it. But as of now, he's got the right amount. He goes and does his job. He comes home. He's good to go. But in the future, if you need some pool stuff, hit him up. Jake's Pool Service. His name's Jake, and he's a good friend of mine. He's a good neighbor. And I'm blessed to have him as a neighbor, and I appreciate it. And I would say that even if I didn't get a coffee mug, I do get a lot of barbecue from him, which is also great. But that brings me to my other point of people listening and wanting to, I don't say sponsor, but, help out a brother. I feel like I might have low T. I do. I feel it. I feel like I'm tired all the time. I've been getting up in the middle of the night close to 20 years with my job. So I get it. I don't get enough sleep. I promise you that. But I feel like I'm tired. I can't find the motivation to work out. I got anxiety. That's part of why I'm doing the podcast, kind of just get this stuff out of my brain and hopefully help my anxiety and, I don't know, calm things down. But I feel like I'm low T. I haven't yet to go get tested, but I feel like it's the case. Thankfully, though, one of the symptoms that comes with low T that I don't have, much to my wife's chagrin, is the old sex drive. That thing's still puffing, son. Still going good. She was hoping that if I ever had low T, the benefit of that would be that I'd leave her alone, but joke's on her. I will not. I do not. Now, she wants me to, because she comes to bed in this moo by Lakey Cakes or Lady, it covers up the cakes. I know that. Some big old moo that starts right above her big toe and goes up out almost a turtleneck. That's how bad she's trying to keep it from me. But you got to roll it up like 19 times to actually try to get to see something. But little does she know I would cross the Sahara Desert in a sauna suit to get to that thing. You know what I mean? So a little moo gown ain't gonna stop me. So she's learned it by now, but she still wears it. She still wears that moo from toe to throat. And that will not stop me. And hopefully she's learned. And you're like, well, David, look, that's not right. You know, look, it's my wife. It's her duty. It's biblical that she shows. You know what I'm saying? I think it's thou shalt show thy husband them swangers. Okay, I think that's Deuteronomy. It's biblical. You got to show your husband them things. All right. So yeah, it's Deuteronomy. I think check it. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a Bible scholar, but I think it's thou shalt show them swangers to thine husband. You know, maybe that's King James version. I don't know. My point was the testosterone is that I need somebody in the testosterone game. I think there's a game day men's health place. Somebody give a brother some testosterone. Can I get somebody that'll shoot me up? I've never taken testosterone, but I used to be fairly in shape. Your boy had some guns. All right. I was never like the biggest guy, but I could hold my own. Now it's all flabby. Can't even hardly pick nothing up. Kids thinking they can take me. I need some tea. Got to get it tested. But I need to get some testosterone. So if you're out there and got a company locally that wants to help a brother out, wants to get a little sponsorship, you know, I'm saying you could reach tens of people if you were to give me a heavily discounted testosterone. Your numbers would shoot up by at least 10 people that listen. Maybe 12 on a good day, on a good podcast. But I will shout you out as much as I can, as much as I do Jake's Pool Supply, who no longer needs you. But if he does, be ready, because he's a great worker and he's a good friend. But I will shout you out. I will make a whole ad for you if you give a brother some testosterone. My wife, don't listen to my wife when she says, please don't, because if he won't get off me now, he damn sure won't get off me then. Don't listen to her, okay? She's going to want me on if I'm getting all jacked and ripped. She's going to be like, get off, yeah. I bet she'll come to bed with a little shorter moo. It's going to still be a moo. I mean, we're in our 40s at this point. The moo are, that's my life. I've already accepted my moo life. I'm the days of me thinking some sexy nightgown or negligees coming out the closet. It ain't. It ain't happening. I'm just thankful that it ain't sweatpants. But it might as well be, as long as that damn heavy moo. It's big. But that's my life. But anyways, back next week with new episodes of Common Sense Superheroes, and I'm going to keep up the Front Porch with Davids. I got a theme song I'm working on. I'm going to get that out. Appreciate everybody showing love and liking and subscribing, whatever you need to do. But enjoy your weekend. For me, this is Friday. I don't know when you're listening, but enjoy your weekend. Take a little time to enjoy the view. I don't know why I did the views theme thing, but I did it. Here we go. Till next time. Peace.